Right, we've gone on quite long enough without the various essential salts of the Brotherhood of the Unneighbourly. Okay, so let's rectify that. This is... We've been here. We've been here. So the best here to be is not. As of right now. It's time to finally get... Let's see if the fairies can amount to something finally. Like, you turned into a bit of an insect. You swear up and down that you have a hood, but you don't really. What else have you got? Like, you're getting fewer and fewer, like, moves as well. I don't know. The progression of the weapons is confusing me even now. Like, because I've lost... I had my, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I could do a little front flip move with my sword. There's, like, no consistency in, like, the utility of a lot of these weapons. I don't know what's going on in this... I don't know what's going on in this game. I like it. It just makes weird decisions that confound and vex me. You know, it's not enough for me to like be like, "Ugh, 0 out of 10, game of the fuck." But you know, it weighs on my mind. When I get a new weapon, I want like a reason to use it, you know? I want to like I want there to be a benefit to like engaging with this crafting system, because I like stuff like that, provided it's not overly complicated, which this isn't. This is like one of the simpler ones I've seen. But you know, I want the rewards to be, you know, rewarding, and there's been surprisingly little. I remember this being a real... Well, clearly you want me to go bowling, but what the fuck? Tell me what I am looking at. Right, I'm going to assume that this is resolved by whatever is, you know, whatever the I keep forgetting the button to bring the feather quill up. You know, whatever's resolving the smash walls in situation. And I feel like the fact that there is one so pronounced right there means that we're about to get the solution. So let's see. What was with that corridor that, like, had fucking... just a dead end with a big broken bit of the ground. Do you think hip press would do anything on that? It's not the button I want. There we go. I'm just so curious. Curiosity and confusion is just my... Oh, what are you... Oh, you're giving me another shard. Well then. Well then, woobry woobry. Don't you think it's time to not do that? What if I were to tell you, right, that doing that is bad? Please stop. Please stop doing all these things that could result in me being hurt. Alright? They're not nice. They're not nice, it's not very friendly of you. I could have sworn there was something... I could have sworn there was some reason I stopped there and looked at the map confusedly for whatever reason, but you know, it didn't jump into my brain. where you're getting quite frequent. I'm going to stop the snipers if it's all the same to you, because I don't want to be shot on top of fighting lizards. As of right now. Though I obviously thank you for your enthusiasm. Oh! It's admirable in a lot of ways, but not in the sense that... Ow! Why injure me so many times? I think just... Heal level 3 is really going to be what does it right now to help me with. And I think it's just time to admit that to myself and let it out. I'll steal from you because I can. Yes, poison him. Poison the foolish creature. But who is going to save the cold people? Think about that. Think about that wherever this is. Oh. So where can I get the Spirit of Fuji that'll make my armor good? So that I can replace the very good armor that I wasted. Oh, there's another one of these. Oh. Can get them from the floating things at the Garibaldi Temple. I could always go into that flippin' tower again, where I got the other one. But then I would have to use a ticket to get out. Is this going to be another off-screen deal? I get this horrible feeling like I'll have found better armour by the time I'm really in a position where I want to bother with that. That's another reason why it's so flippin'... Yeah, they want to give you reasons to backtrack. Backtrack, rather. Yeah, sure. That's supposed to be what the flippin' Metroidvania elements are for. Don't just make it hard to get shit that I need, because you gave me... Ugh. Oh. Right, I think I've accidentally known what was coming up here, but I actually have forgotten how to steal from him, so I am real quick just going to... Okay. Now this one. This one had lengthy instructions, if not complicated ones. And a pillar. Oh. Are we just going to fight a column? No, we are going to fight you. Hello. Etc. It's time for a Minotaur to do damage to you! Right. This does actually require me to do damage to you in advance. I may even not necessarily regret having the Bardiche. Oh, you've blown up his pillar even. I don't know that I'm gonna need really you to use, because they're area of effect attacks seemingly, so I don't think it actually... I don't think I need you to spend the hearts on... I'm kicking your ass, sort of. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a shame. You've got no back, I'm realising. Which is interesting. Don't touch me. Oh, well, okay, now it's just become necessary to bring Frobisher out. Just because I need to be healed. Okay. So I've taken enough damage off of you now to where surely you can, now it said, like, be an appropriate distance away from him. Come on. Do your thing. How else do I know when you're ready? Pillars won't matter. Not to me, at any rate. Come on. I'm ready for all of it, no matter how many columns you think you can throw at me. I can really just get you to burn through those. Ow! Well, if I can avoid being quite so hubristic. For the love of heaven. Whoosh away. Yeah. Yeah. Do. You're gonna get the message at any point. Do come on now. Minotaur. There's a Minotaur right here. Look at him, he's got no back today. All the blood's coming out. He seems rather impatient as he throws all his pillars. Ooh! They don't respawn, do they? I'm not like completely wasting my time. I don't seem to. Right. Soon you'll be left with no option but to give me what I want. And then, how will you feel? How will you feel in the face of my alternative to the Lemsip conundrum? Eh? You won't. You'll have no opinion. And you will have to, like, struggle for a few minutes, for like whole minutes, trying to come up with something to say about it so you don't feel left out of the conversation. You could have just said you didn't know. Not everything has to be about you! It's fine to not know some things. Refer to the bootmaker, for the love of bloody fuck. Oh ho! That was the thing. That was the thing. That was the thing you did. Right? Okay, but he said. Right, now it's time. It's not a function of damage at all, it's a function of how many pillars have you got left. The problems I'm having is, like, how can I possibly have enough time to respond? Because, like, you don't stay. Right, I'm just gonna sort of have to jump at you and then hope. I hope that your prayers are different than salty Sandra's. Devil iron. Yeah, I think the fact that it was some sort of iron sort of like made me care at all, to be honest. Right, now we can end his bones. I don't get crystals from these, do I? But I'm still sort of somewhat paranoid, so well. You think spinning will save you? Ow! I just sort of ran into that. I'm being a silly man. I'm being a silly man with his arms torn off. Ow! Oh dear, biscotti today. Ooh. Time for a bird already. Ooh. Crikey. Bardiche is obviously... Let's not be proud. Let's take precautions. Like you do in the summer. Ooh, God. 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 He's dropping coins everywhere! The goldfinch, he's just finching. He's finching gold at me. Oh, the birds of wealth today are here for you. It's the most gold I've ever received from a finch. Well, certainly top 3. Right, pack that in. Don't need it. Turn to a statue and leave me alone. Plonk. Thank heaven for goldfinches, eh? And now to remember what I was doing, which was giving you the things you need. So, well, the thing was on this side of the thing, and so it's this way, is it not? And it is. It was, in fact. We're in the town. Yes, this is the thing. The excellent playwright by which I shall keep the conscience that you want. Even as we speak, there are 2 more. You absolute. You know what I'm talking about, you know what the word means. You didn't give me my bonky though, so it's difficult to really know even what... It's difficult to even really know even what sand is about. When you won't vomit, or you did vomit, or like... I knew it wouldn't be worth it, so it's nothing that easy would be. I sort of have to hope and suppose maybe that there's another teleporter around here. Like that'll save me having to backtrack, or maybe I do want to backtrack and then deal with the majority of the town another time. Use this opportunity to get a Spirit of Fuji, maybe. We've fought a boss, that seems like enough of a landmark, you know. I don't want too much to happen in one episode, because then that leaves us with episodes where nothing happens. Always and inevitably. And I don't know that I could handle that. I really don't. Curse Breaker! You can break curses. Good. Good to know. If I see one of those big spheres that I don't like again. And that'll be... Like, what you've got to bear in mind also is that I will get that ability that like smashes all your pillars down or something, and then that'll be... something I want, surely? You would think, you would hope? I just don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the game to be, like, making these kinds of plans. Are you another bloody loopy? Is this the situation where Loopy Francis tells me to forget? Bet it is. I bet 5 million of the little coins that you gave me that it is. Yeah. So the question would just... Well, there's a fountain in here and I want to investigate the fountain. So let's see if that's anything. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Oh-ho! Is this a map? That'll help me. That'll help me. Yeah! Right. Save room. There's a save room, but no teleporter. So, like, really, if I want to make any teleporter-related errands, I would want to do so now. But I don't know if I can be fucked to do it at this point. I think the moment has passed. might be another off-screen dealie, a lot of this, I don't know. I don't like having to plan these. There are a lot of games where I've not had to. I don't like, you know, even Darkest Dungeon required less forethought. Like there was a bit of it with Sekiro, which is like part of why I sort of fell off. But like we're sort of getting to the end of where that's a concern anymore. It's like fairly linear from the point we're at. Going forward seems to be my recollection. Like this game is lucky I'm so fond of it. Because I do not know that I would have the energy for what it's asking otherwise. My energy is a tad more precious than perhaps it would be to a healthy human. Oh! Cognitive swoosh! Yay! This banner! Haha! The banner of faulty men falls over right now at the last second. Okay. Well, since we've got the opportunity... I'm gonna go see if we'll close the episode out. Seeing if I can steal a thing from a friend of the jungle. And you know what? Seeing as we're in a less advanced area, even Sweedlesweeb can have his Sweebants. His Sweebants. I've given you axe crystals. Was that deliberate? It doesn't matter. I forgot about that. I forgot about that aspect of your bird destiny. So let's continue. Let's continue down the path fate has chosen for us. Now, which side of the... Well, there's only really one side that... So if we go back that way, and then somewhere in all of that is a creature for me to burgle. So... good. I am glad. And I hope everyone else is glad. You've got fun little crystals. Symmetrical, like, crystal jet boosters almost, it looks like. And that's just quite fun to look at. I very much like Castlevania, but, like, the problem I have... The great weight upon my mind in all of this is that, you know, I'm very fond of Castlevania as an aesthetic and a concept. The games just tend to be, like... I mean, I've not played many of the games, in all honesty, but, like, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, you know, made in that style. You know, I backed that thinking, right, this'll be how I get into it, because this'll be, like, the most recent version of this thing made by the guy who, like, basically invented it, you know? I mean, he did invent Castlevania. You know, he tried to remove the Metroid part from the genre name at one point, which was a... you know, maybe don't get that high on the taste of your own dick, but at the same time, you know, the guy has credentials. And so I was like, right, because I'd seen this, you know, Metroidvanias were everywhere. Still are, as near as I can tell. Like, it was one of the best buzz terms apparently in the world. Just people really like that sort of game, and I get why, when it's done well. But, like, it can also be full of stuff that I just really just bores me to tears. If it outstays its welcome. Like, Hollow Knight, it doesn't bother me, because, like, the maps in the areas are a bit smaller. What this has going against it is that a lot of the corridors are, like, repeated. They reuse some rooms quite clearly. You are what I want. And I think that's an observation that I've made before, is like there are clearly rooms that have been copy and pasted in order to give the bigger map. But like it does make it feel a bit more repetitive than that, and makes it kind of a slog to go back through. And like that's the stuff I'm talking about, whereas like that's a big turn off for me in this genre. And like there was so much of that everywhere in Bloodstained. It's not the worst offense that Bloodstained committed. I mean, like to get the real ending of the game. Like, the real ending of the game is a secret ending. Like, half the game is behind a secret ending. Like, there's a point where, like, you fight a boss, and if you beat the boss, you get the wrong ending. No, you have to fucking attack the moon instead. And it just, like... Maybe one could notice that. I think you even have to attack the moon with a specific sword and all. Like that's such fucking... Like, it's the kind of thing that, like, a movie or a TV show that didn't really know what games were would say was, like, in a game that was part of the plot. You know, if you don't have the secret thing, you can't beat the level. And so to actually see it done was both jarring and galling in equal measure, and I just don't think it was... The game's a shame in general. I don't remember a huge amount about it even, and that's the real tragedy, is because, like, it just so immediately grabbed me. That whole project. And now it's unlikely I'll ever touch it again. Because, like, I just sort of... You know... I've got the thing, why am I still here? It's actually one of the reasons I don't mind Lords of Shadow. Well, the first one anyway. We won't speak of the second one. Oh yeah, the whole point was to make you. But yeah, I might have to do Lords of Shadow on the channel at some point, because like it's a very generic experience. Well, you know what? It's a good thing I did stay here, because apparently... Yeah, Eastern Armour is what I need. I don't want to accidentally go up one level too far and then get my chicken license revoked, do I? That'd be terrible. Right, we've got everything I want there. Yeah. Okay, well, that's enough of me betraying the fact that I'm not a true Metroidvania, Castlevania fan. But you know what? I refuse to believe some of you don't realise this. Like it's... I think if you're a real fan of something, like, that means being able to admit when something is, like, fucky. You know? Like, I love MDK2 Armageddon, you know? But my fucking god! Yeah. I would struggle to, like, explain why. Strikes me that we've played like two games with Armageddon as the subtitle in on this channel so far, and there's almost certainly there's Worms Armageddon somewhere, I know for a fact. Which I'm probably not going to play, but still, I know it exists. We love Armageddon, don't we? You know, a lot of this is just going to be me running back to the fuck off with chopping me in half. You don't need to. I mean, you don't need to, and it's a shame that you thought that you did, to be honest, because I don't know what could have I don't know what could have filled you with such hate that would seem proportionate. Yeah, I was trying to end the episode just then. So, episode's over. Goodbye. See you next time. Caltrops! Show me, prove it. Yo! Bounce this sea urchins! We've got them now! For the bird in the sky! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Well, there you go. Sometimes it pays to wait to the end. Goodbye for now, everyone. Whew.